Hey guys, what's up? I am back in my shop with my flywheel housing and my motor mounts that I finished up yesterday with Larry, or so I thought. About a mile after leaving Larry's house, thinking about putting all the mounts and stuff together, I was just going over what I did in my head and how I was laying it out and measuring it, and I realized that I screwed up. Not a huge screw up, but still, it's a huge pain in the ass because I had everything laid out and perfect, and I just measured from one surface improperly. And so let me show you what I've got and how it turned out, and then explain how I screwed it up. And it is entirely my fault. Got ahead of myself, wasn't thinking about it, and just screwed up. So not a big deal, I'll fix it. Anyway, so I've got the flywheel housing back here, and you see how the machining turned out, and having to move the holes to make the multi-fuel adapter work on this. Anyway, that's not the point of this. So this is what I end up with for the passenger side mount, and it's just bolted on there to mock it up. That's where it's going to permanently be, but that's not done. I'm still going to probably cut off that top bit. And then here's what we have on the other side, and I may add a gusset to the top of that. No, it's 3/4 inch plate, so welded on there well. I doubt it's going to move, but knowing myself, I'm going to put a gusset on it. So everything, as far as I can tell, is placed right. What I'm going to end up doing with this is taking it over to that truck over there, just like it is, and setting it in there on the mounts and seeing how everything fits and lines up before putting it all on the motor and trying to stick it in the truck and finding out something doesn't fit right. So here's where I messed up. The placement of these holes for the motor mount bolts is pretty much right. However, getting ahead of myself, I mismeasured the spacing out from the bell housing, or flywheel housing, and it's really frustrating that I did that. The factory motor mounts, the center of the hole is 1 inch and 15/16 out from the back side, the flat back side of the mount bracket. When I measured this, I measured 1 inch and 15/16 from this back surface out that way, and I made my mark there. So the problem with that being, remember, I had to take these plates and machine them down to 11/16 thick on both sides to give me a 20-inch outside to outside here, to make it exactly the same width as the flanges on the multi-fuel flywheel housing. So I should not have measured from the back side. I should have been measuring from this side out on both sides for the placement of the holes. So I should have been 1 inch and 15/16 out to center from this surface here, not this surface on the back. So what that did is it put the center of my holes here exactly 11/16 of an inch too far that way. So I'm going to have to end up slotting these holes, which sucks. I mean, I wanted it to be perfect, but just slotting that and bringing the hole out another 11/16. That gives me some room to play with. Say if for some reason I ever have to take this motor and stuff out of this truck and put it into another. These trucks are all hand built. None of them are exactly the same. They'll be 1/4 inch off here, 3/16 off there. So it gives me some room to move the motor. Just some wiggle room, I guess. It's not how I wanted it, but it is what it is. So if you are going to end up using this bell housing, or God, see, I still do it every time. If you are going to use this flywheel housing, and not another type, there are, as I've mentioned before, there's multiple different kinds. See, this is another SAE2. and it has the starter on the opposite side on the bottom instead of passenger side on the top. So if you're going to use that flywheel housing and you're looking at making your own mounts, let me know. I can give you measurements for it, save you some time, some trouble. That way all you got to do is mock it up, fabricate it, instead of figuring it all out and then making it. But I just wanted to show you where I'm at with this now. What I'm going to do is take these mounts back off, go over to Larry's. He's got a much better milling machine than I do. He's got actual bridge ports and stuff instead of a little Smithy combo machine like I've got. And we'll slot those holes and I'll make sure it fits, and then I'll put that on the engine with a new rear main, and we'll be ready, almost ready to go in the truck. But that's going to be next week sometime. The clutch will be in next week around the same time. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday the clutch is coming in. So today's Saturday, I think. Anyway, yeah, today's Saturday. So I'll get the clutch put on with that new rear main, and be ready to drop it in the truck and fab up a front motor mount. So, which I'm going to do here with the engine hanging in place. Got to get another bottle of gas for my MIG machine, and a couple of new blades for my portaband, and probably something else I'm forgetting. But thanks for watching, guys. Got any questions, post them in the comments. If you want to make fun of me, heckle me, whatever. I screwed up. I know I did wrong. But I'm going to fix it. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to the video if you would, please. And we'll see you on the next one.